Creativity is an addiction. I rely on this addiction. I got to have it. I can't survive if I don't have creativity. And in order to make my way through every storm that I face on a daily basis, I've got to have a relationship with this creativity so that we can like each other. We can pal around every now and then. But when it comes to creativity, there's got to be a collaboration that is equal. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. Being a daily writer, it doesn't just happen. If you're a writer, an author, somebody who puts news stories together, you've got to practice. You've got to exercise that creative muscle, and you do it a lot. And that's probably one reason why so many people will start writing and then they'll quit. But you've got to learn what the tools are. And sure, there are so many books out there that say you've got to be formatic in this way. You've got to structure yourself in this way. And it's like rules. Why are there so many rules? I do a thing called stream thinking. There are no rules. No, stream thinking is the power of now. It's putting yourself in this position of now. Every day I give myself one page, just one page, 10 minutes to write. But you can't go back and edit it. That's the only rule, because the goal is to create conversation, and that's going to happen once you freeform your thinking and your writing, learning to trust your freeform writing. Your best decisions are made right now, so it's time to own your own leadership. This is the power of now, stream thinking. Today we're reading from May 28th, 2022. Oh, and we hit that subject today. The Stream Thinking Journal. What is it, my bitch? Is it my complaint? I can't help but wonder if this is where the old man curmudgeon is getting to shine his imagination, to set free all of those things on the inside. These huge collections of thoughts, a net of sorts. It keeps catching them and then releasing them by way of information. See, the thing is you've got to have a great deal of confidence. And when it's met, the thing about it is, once it's on paper, none of my points, verbally or physical, belong to me. I mean, it's right here. It's now in the open. See, if there's one thing that I've learned from the Johnny Depp trial, what you write, it can all be used as evidence, but the interpretation of what you have written can easily be designed to make their case against you stronger and more believable. Creative gulp. Ugh. It's not what I was trying to say. What do you mean? That's what you think that I was trying to say? I've run into that so many times. I have sat in more HR meetings. The people in HR would say, we don't need this kind of conversation inside our business. That, you know, I was just trying to motivate them. I just wanted them to feel better about themselves, and that we all do have cruddy days, or we have a victory, and it's like, how are you going to prepare for the next? That's too far. That's too far. Don't go there. So I know what it's like when people read my writing and they'll go, you're talking way too far over my head. I don't know where you're going. It's too poetic. I don't get it. And it's the truth. And I will be honest with you, a lot of the creative writing that I do, it started back in 1994. I creatively put words together to bring forward this thing called hidden speak. Hidden speak to me is, I know what I'm feeling while I'm writing it. I know what your words I'm using while I'm writing it. But to the person that's going to read it, they're going to interpret it a different way. Even though they may not have felt what I felt when it was put on paper, the interpreter is going to go, oh my God, this has offended me. How? It was just me being creative. I don't understand. And it's the way that I write that I find that inner peace. But you've got to be able to simplify how you think. Even when I'm on the social medias, from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter, Twitter drives me crazy because you only have so many characters in order to get your point across. But the thing is that when you go in to read what's happening and you don't feel what you think they're trying to say, then you question it. And when you question it, they come back at you, and all of a sudden you've got an internet troll. A good example of that, last night, I had this brilliant conversation with an American journalist in Ukraine. And I talked about it on Facebook, and somebody came back with a political comment. And my comment back to them was, if you've got a problem, create a voice. Well, that's a fire starter. That's a fire starter. I think it's amazing that people will criticize on the social media, but they won't create their own platforms so that we can hear where their idea is growing from. The Stream Thinking Journal. What is it, my bitch? Is it my latest complaint? Am I just being a curmudgeon? I'm Arroe, and that's Stream Thinking.